Next we got a comedian and a writer.
Yeah, she's everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm welcome. He's on the contest tonight for Rob Semple. Come on, Rob.
All right, thank you, Al. All right, I don't know about the rest of you, but every time I turn on the TV, I feel like I'm being bombarded by commercials for dating websites. In particular, I can't seem to shake this one called Christian Mingle, which purports to be a place where Christians can meet exclusively with other Christians and perhaps fall in love. Well, back in my day, they used to call that church. It is now apparently online though, because according to area priests, Sunday Mass attendance is down 50% since this site started. 50%. On the flip side, confessional visits have nearly tripled. So have no fear, my brothers and sisters. Christians are mingling more frequently and more creatively than ever. Christians are not the only religious group with a dating site though. There's also one out there called J-Date, which is for Jewish singles. And while temple attendance really hasn't been affected, oddly enough, tennis clubs are shutting down left and right. And, all right, not to leave anyone out, but I hear the Muslims also have a site, but it's not doing too well because most of the women wear burqas and you can't see their faces. The problem with this is that you don't know if you're communicating with a woman. It could be a man, or a mannequin, or it could just be a picture of a burqa. You don't know, but I think they'll work it out. I gotta give the people behind these dating sites credit though, because they are marketing geniuses. Take Match.com, it immediately reminds you of the old match game where you put the cards out on the floor, you lifted them up, you were gonna find a match. So what this tells you is that no matter how much of a crazy weirdo you are, there's someone out there for you. But even if there isn't, for $30 a month, at least you get to practice your stalking skills and have sex with a vast number of unsuspecting people before anyone even comes close to realizing what a true nutjob you are. And if you get booted off that site, you can always go over to plentyoffish.com. I'll tell you, when I heard there was a site called Plenty of Fish, it reminded me of the first thing I ever learned about sex, which took place at the bus stop when I was a 9-year-old. And before I say it, I'll just tell you, to this day, I'm still not sure if it's correct. A lot of you men might connect with it, and who knows, maybe some of you women, but it goes a little something like this. If it smells like cologne, leave it alone. But if it smells like fish, it's a tasty dish. I don't know if that's what the makers of this site had in mind, but when I hear Plenty of Fish, I'm thinking it's ladies' night. Some sites are just verbally subliminal. eHarmony, for instance, eHarmony. eHarmony envelops you. It infuses you. eHarmony will make you run to a computer. Listen to it. eHarmony. Say it about 10 times. eHarmony. And eventually, it'll become this. I'm horny. And then there's my personal favorite, OurTime.com. Maybe you've seen the commercial for this lady lately. It's a dating website for people 50 and over. OurTime.com. Or, as I like to think of it, OutofTime.com. The message there is you're going to get with someone quick. And I'll say, I'm making fun of this site, I know, but you know what? According to people who have gone on it, it is one of the classiest sites around. As a matter of fact, they have a rule that if you stand anyone up, you are kicked off of it. So, if you go on a date and somebody doesn't show from that site, then they are probably dead. In fact, if you don't see any activity on someone's profile for a while, it's probably best to assume that they're already taken. And in fact, they have a sister site called theirtime.com. And what they like to do is they take the profiles of the deceased and turn them into cyber memorials. And for a small fee, you can see what your relatives were like when they were alive and vibrant and or desperate. I just went to see my Aunt Gladys, and I can tell you, unless you want to remember your dead relatives as geriatric centerfolds, my advice is don't go on it. There are a few sites that I would have never went on for any reason, just for the obvious reasons, really. One of them is Craigslist singles, because I don't own a gun. Okay, Cupid, because I don't own a gun. BlackPeopleMeet.com, because I'm not into cookouts. And SugarDaddy.com, because I may be old, but I'm not rich. Anyway, luckily for me, I don't need any of these sites because I have a girlfriend. And for the record, we met the old-fashioned way on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time, and thank you very much for the fantastic moment.
Come on, Rob Semple, that was really funny.